Welcome, everybody.
Hello.
Hello, everybody. How you going?
Hooray!
We are going to be playing a new campaign. We are kicking off a new campaign in a few short moments called Eberron, the Walking City. I am going to be your host, Dungeon Master Derek, and I have with me Ben.
Hello.
And Johnny.
Hello.
Nathan.
What's up?
John.
Oh, that's me.
And Murray.
Lucky last.
All right, cool. I am going to kick this off in a little bit of an unusual fashion. So I'm going to dive right into the adventure, and then we're going to talk about our characters and what we're doing. So are you ready?
Oh, yes.
Now I am. Now I wasn't before.
So, as the airship you are flying on banks slowly around, you can see what people are calling the walking city more clearly now. As the early morning mists part, the full, incredible view of the creature becomes apparent. As tall as the largest spires within Sharn, you estimate its height to be about 180 meters tall. Walking in a slowly methodical pace, its body peppered with what looks like buildings, you suddenly feel very small and very powerful. As the crackling of the ring of electricity that powers your vessel raises to a new and panic-inducing level, the general bellows a new command. Boarding parties ready! Crewmen jump to attention, readying grappling hooks and hydraulic-powered guns. Others don thick leather gloves and secure their belongings about them. The massive head of the construct draws near, and not for the first time you think, what am I doing here?
Not like the first time. Just going to put it out there.
Earlier in the sentence, absolutely.
So is there anything that you would like to do as the ship starts to fly towards the head of this ginormous walking golem?
Is the intention to destroy it?
Well, it's definitely... people are sort of preparing that sort of an event. They're readying sort of gas-powered grappling hooks and shoving them in, and you see other people kind of getting ready to sort of fly down on those grappling hooks once they hit home.
Cool. I spent a few moments to seriously reconsider the spells I'd prepared for today.
Okay.
As normal, Derek, as normal, I'm going to, just cast my wings up and just prepare spiritually. And I don't say a single word, but I'm really...
Your wings?
Like just spiritual wings. They're not real wings that do anything,
okay.
But they kind of come off the back because I'm special. And everybody knows it. I think that's what we all came to when I became the party leader.
Murray?
Well, different inscriptions on my body start glowing, such as envy no one and gain possessions justly. But then I'm also muttering in a kind of meditative state things like, in the midst of chaos, there are also opportunities. Pretend inferiority and encourage his arrogance. And nodding sagely.
Buy one, get one
Johnny.
free.
I can buff. If anyone is anyone who's our fighter? I don't even know who we are.
No.
This is
I
a
don't know.
good
If
question.
there's anyone who looks like a fighter, that's right.
I have my arm is a blade, so I would definitely look like a fighter.
All right. Well, I will buff you, whoever you are.
Nice.
Murray's character.
With what spell?
So I'm going to cast Sanctuary on you, which wards you against attack. So if any creature tries to attack you, they have to make a Wisdom saving throw, and if they fail, then they have to attack someone else.
All right.
Wow. It's kind of the opposite of his paladin, really, isn't it?
Yes.
Yes.
What paladin? We
John?
don't know this.
And what's the DC on that?
Yeah,
wisdom?
I grab my little a little mushroom creature that's sleeping inside a pouch, and I wake it up and kick it across the room, and I yell, "Wake up!" And then I rush to the side and join my companions.
All right. You look over
Pulling out my
the
twin
side.
daggers.
And the height is dizzying at this point. It's 180 meters falling straight down, and you can see the head of this enormous beast. And the very first scream of one of the gas-powered grappling hooks shoots out and flies out and sort of latches onto the side of the shoulder of this incredible thing. And
I'm so glad
not
I'm
for,
prepared for this.
for the second time, you think, what the hell am I doing here? How did I come to be here? And you remember back 3 days prior when you were all working on the docks at the city of Sharn. And it's there that we go to now.
Oh, so that was a prelude. Well done, Derek. That was very.
I might actually.
I like
might
that.
actually have a chance to prepare spells. That's awesome.
Yeah, now you know what to prepare for. This is like giving you a hint, Ben.
So good.
All right.
Love it.
Where is my... is it all elements? No. Moods? No. Oh, my gosh.
Cool.
Oh, there we go. And...
Alrighty. So
All
on
right.
the
So we're
docks.
on the docks of Sharn now. I am... There we go. Sirenscape is kicking in.
Coolies.
All right, so you've been stationed at the entrance to the docks of Sharn, and docks are not like what they have in most places. Do we have Sharn on the map there,
Let's have a look.
Nathan? So it's down,
Zooming in on Sharn.
and Zalago, keep going down and to the left.
Can do.
Ooh, is this sort of no controls? That's so cool.
There we go. So there's the hilt, and Sharn is directly on the edge of the hilt there.
So we can have a bit of a zoom in there, Mary. I mean, Derek, to have a bit of a look at it.
Yeah, sure.
So we can just see it there. A little bit blurry, but there.
A city-state on its own, but it is just a city of the of this area of Eberron, and it's got this incredibly tall buildings that shoot up into the skies, and there are a number of airships, flying airships controlled by elves that come and dock at this place. And you have been selected to guard the entrance to these docks where these ships take berth. Ben,
Nothing will go wrong. Yes.
Ben, could you give us a description of your character? And
Yes. I am Quinn, a half-elf Mark of the Storm navigator and wizard. I came with an airship several moons ago, maybe 9 months ago. I am tall and slender, dark-haired, blue-eyed, but sort of the beautiful elven lines tainted by human blood. I was a traveler from far, far away. I have burns and sort of grooves and slash marks all the way down one side of my face. And I was abandoned here by my crew, who no longer required my services or found my company distasteful, perhaps. And I've been just scrabbling out with whatever work I can get to try and survive in this foreign land where I don't really understand the customs or the ways of getting through.
well,
I'm a wizard. I have a staff, and yeah.
Sharn certainly is a melting pot, and strange grooves on your faces and mixed blood heritage is certainly not strange to the people of Sharn. So you've managed to pick up work as a security guard on these docks, but this is sort of a lowly position for someone of your skill to be in. Can you tell us what infraction or what unfortunate thing happened to you in order to get saddled with such a routine job?
I don't know. You see, I don't know why. I had my position as a navigator on the airship. It's a technical job. Obviously, I was, rude and abrasive to people, but that sort of comes with the territory. And for some reason, the airship found a better offer and left without me, and has refused to respond to, communications. And no one else will hire me. He's sort of Quinn is somewhat insecure, and that's why he's a bit sort of bombastic about the things he knows about. And he just hasn't been able to get any sort of proper work. It's been forced. I mean, it's quite hilarious to be a security guard, because given my build, which is sort of paper thin and stick figured, but obviously I do have some arcane ability to back myself up when I need it.
Nice. All right, Johnny, tell us about your character.
Yeah, how long do you have? I'm playing Nim, and Nim is a changeling artificer.
Oh.
So being a changeling, Nim is able to take on other characters and change their appearance in every way. And being an artificer, they have a knack for practical skills, working with their hands. And so, being a native of Sharn, Nim knows their way around the city, and so I blend in depending on where I am. I'm a member of 4 different guilds in the city under 4 different aliases.
That's so cool.
And so I don't really have a job. I just have a whole stack of hobbies, some of which earn me enough money to get by, and one of which is working security on the docks, in the guise of Luzernlim Red Delver, or Luz for short, who is a dwarf blacksmith. And so a member of the Blacksmiths Guild, of course.
Of course.
But, also doing some security work. At other times, we might meet Wenna Rablin. She's a human cook. Belalur, who is a hobgoblin jeweler. And Humbert Silverstring, a halfling tinkler. So, anytime you meet one of those
so
characters,
cool.
that they are all the same person, they all Nim, but I don't know whether how much of that is known to the other members of this party.
Yeah.
I think they just think that they're friends with Luz, the dwarf.
The dwarf. All right, fair enough. That's a great way to start. Okay, and what infraction, what thing did you do to get such a lowly job of patrolling? Not even patrolling the docks, but just standing guard in the sentry gate.
Well, I don't know if there is an infraction per se. It came up. I had a free afternoon. Just, took the opportunity to...
So you volunteered for this?
Yeah, basically. Just meet new people,
Contacts. Yeah.
You're like the crazy ADD, right? It's just like
Yes,
flight
yes.
is just like
Never
sparkly, just go for it. Like
Yep. Yeah. I've got, my character sheet is a nightmare to navigate because I've got, these, special abilities for cooking and for blacksmithing and
Jewelry making?
Johnny,
Catch me
It's
while you
not
can.
broken, but it's close to broken.
I love that you've gone from human soldier to nope, I'm gonna break this game with every option I can. I love it.
Nathan,
Yep.
what are you playing?
I'm Glenrick, and I am a how do I pronounce this? It's Kalashtar. And I really saw this, and I really got motivated by it because what it is a union of humanity and renegade spirits from the plane of dreams, and so it's this kind of this. I'm kind of I'm not there, but I am there. I'm almost lost in a dream all the time, and I don't actually speak. I usually choose not to speak, but I usually use telepathic, to be telepathically connecting with people. So I'll speak in your head, but I won't speak to you. So there's so I'm kind of you can imagine a person who was almost dazed and drugged all the time and just not really there, and so the reason why I have this lowly job is because I don't really care. Status is not a thing that I'm really driving towards. It's more along the places that I need to be, places that I need to be, rather than, and my meetings are kind of almost, it's almost, yeah, to normal people, it doesn't seem like I'm aspiring for much, but what I aim for and I get, I really seem to, it has an importance to me, but nobody can really understand why I wanted the giant wheel of cheese, but for me, there was a big story behind it. And so I'm kind of yeah, and I have like wispy wings that float behind me, and just kind of like I'm just not quite right, and it just freaks people out. And you know people who look at you, but they don't quite look at you when they're talking to you. They look just off to the side, and it's really annoying. And you don't. They may be listening, they may not be listening. It's that kind of feeling.
Excellent. And so, sorry, I was typing in our characters. Did you say why you'd been assigned the dock duty?
Yeah, the reason why is I asked for it and really pushed for it, and I could have got a much better job, but people, it's kind of like, when a person walks in with a resume that's just way overqualified, but they really want the job, and the person who's hiring has no idea. It's like, why do you want to work at McDonald's? It's like, no, I have my reasons, and they're kind of a bit confused about it, but they hired me because they couldn't say no, but they're not sure why I did it.
All right, fair enough. John, tell us about your character.
Well, I'm playing Proteok, and Proteok is a goblin artificer. Sorry, Johnny. I'm sure you came up with the artificer before I did. And he is basically a fermentation station. So he's been trained by the stout folk of the dwarves, and it has been an apprentice under the dwarves in learning all the things attached to fermentation, and has used his craft in the aspects of brewing, and now is basically walking around with fermentation equipment everywhere strapped to him, and is got little vials and bubbling things like soy sauce and other strange little black vials, and beer and whiskeys and distillery things and pipes that seem to hiss off strange steams and things, and is a little goblin thing hunched over. But he actually commands a fair bit of respect amongst the dwarves and those who know of the stout folk as a clan crafter, and somebody who knows much about brewing, and picks up a fair bit of work in bars and the like, and is looking for work on ships to trade his wares across the many lands, and experience some of the things that he can ferment in other places. He's quite a survivalist in that sense. He likes to go off into the wilderness and find new things to ferment and turn into strange concoctions and potions. So, and he likes exploring it with other people and trying it out on other people.
He's like Goblin Atui.
Say again?
He's like Goblin Atui, like Ratatouille the Goblin.
Yeah. He has a little. Actually, he has a little familiar. They're called a. What are they called? A little. There's a word for it. Sorry, I'm on the wrong section of my.
Rodent. Capybara.
He's got a little dude that. It's not a familiar. It's a thing that is
Animal companion?
No, it's a little mushroom man. Anyway,
Oh, wow.
that I grew myself. And he comes around with me, and I basically keep him around, and he's sort of my little companion. What's his name? It's gonna drive me nuts if I can't think of it. But anyway,
you know what? I hope that everyone here is thinking. And
his name is Noki. Anyway, Noki. And he's a little mushroom man with the heart of a fire opal.
Is it spelled Gnocci? Or
Noki? It's sort of like enoki, the type of mushroom.
Like a knockout,
Yes.
you just
I feel like
can break.
Yeah. I feel like having two artificers is not going to be a
Homunculi. He's
problem.
an homunculi servant.
Because yours is very
Homunculus.
chemical and mine's very
mechanical?
Yeah.
I've actually got a mechanical companion that I built myself called Ixoid, which is looks a bit like a spider, like a robotic spider, about the size of a large dog.
Okay.
Whoa,
Wow.
that's cool.
Yeah.
Got Pokemon
so
vibes.
Mine's more of like a tentacly mushroom thing that's a bit mopey and miserable and sort of follows me around. It doesn't like its
Fantastic.
existence very much.
Protok, you've been assigned to the docks. Is this a choice or a or a punishment?
I want to get. I'm sort of wanting to get off, so I want to get off this area. I haven't done well with the dwarves in this part. I may have poisoned a few bellies with an experimentation, so I'm eager to make my way to fresher climates.
All right.
As soon as the gas
You're like
passes,
you're
they're
like
on
a-
their way.
Yeah,
You're like a microbrewery.
yeah.
Excellent, Murray.
Egg is a warforged of unknown age, constructed of wood and stone, rejecting their purpose and seeking enlightenment as to their purpose, and taking note of their service number, 5467544. They have searched the known world for meaning. After a long search, they discovered that the numerals of their service number matched the syllables of the wise maxims inscribed over the entrance to an ancient temple. Medin Agan, Nothi Sieton, and Ega Paradate. And they have dedicated themselves to those precepts. Nothing overmuch. Know thyself, and surety brings ruin. Every now and then the violence of Egg's past bursts forth, sometimes in violence and chaos, but more often in the dogmatic application of strategic precepts and doctrine from their military training. But Egg accepts and applies these as part of the balance of the universe. Others may not see it that way. These dogmatic doctrines may sound like, in the midst of chaos, there are also opportunities, and pretend inferiority and encourages arrogance. Strategy without tactics is the slowest route to victory. Tactics without strategy is the noise before defeat. And most importantly, in light of their enlightenment, if you know the enemy and know yourself, you need not fear the result of 100 battles. These maxims, 147 of them, which I have printed out. So I will be referring to the maxims of Egg throughout the adventure.
Rules of acquisition.
I'm
Yes.
so happy with you, Murray, right now. Like,
They
I just
are-
want to put
they
that
are
out.
col-
I'm proud.
They are collectively known as the maxims of Egg. They are all inscribed all over Egg's body, carved into the wood and the stone. The strategic precepts are not carved into their body, and their name also connects with E inscribed above the temple, in addition to the maxims. The meaning of E has divided priests and scholars since the dawn of time. It could be the fifth letter of the common alphabet, or a monogram of the word if, because if is spelt EI and pronounced E, or a monogram of the Earth Mother, Gay, GE, or Gamma Epsilon. And it could represent the 5 wise men before their number was advanced to 7, and those of us who are pure don't believe in the 7 wise men, only the first 5. Or it could be the first principle,
Obviously.
the addition of 2 and 3. Or it could be the 5 principles of being.
Okay, I'm gonna.
identity.
Are there
I'm gonna-
147 of
I've
these
got,
as
I've
well?
got, I've
cut
got
you
one
off there.
sentence to go. I've got one sentence. I am reading box text. Now you just shush.
Oh, player box
The
deck,
5
love it.
principles: being, identity, difference, movement, and position. Egg has become close to Luzonlim Red Delver, a dwarf blacksmith who helped inscribe the 147 maxims on Egg's body. In doing so, Egg revealed their quest to find a docent, which will provide additional insight, and this quest has united them further. And therefore I am on the docks because I want to be close to Luz, my dwarven blacksmith friend.
I have
What's
a
on his
question.
card?
Amazing. Huzzah, hooray, and yay, yay.
Derek, can I have a
My
question for
brain
Murray,
is
if I may?
scrambled.
Nathan, go.
So Derek, I mean Murray. So when they started writing on you, were they really overconfident and started writing really big? And by the end of it, they were just like filling in like the little
Watching
gaps
the
near the
last
bottom.
one.
Like were they? Because when you've got that
Happy
much to write
birthday,
down, like did they plan it out, or did they just kind of like over eager at the beginning, and then by the end it's just like as small as they possibly can to fill the gaps?
You'll
What's-
need to ask Luz that. They're just on my body, which is what I requested. So he could.
It wasn't so much my work as my superior's work. I was an apprentice at the time as a battlesmith.
You just got to do the back of the thigh.
I just did what I was told. But my master was quite a details-oriented sort of person, so it's all very neat and very organized.
I love that you've run into defense. Like no, it's really good. Like small
Yeah,
text
really good
was
work.
by design.
It would have been properly planned by the sounds of that. I love it.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah, love
All
it.
right.
Yep.
Well, that sounds excellent. It's thank you for all of your characters. They are amazing, and I'm sure we're going to have an awesome time with them. Very keen to find out what's written on Murray's butt. Like,
Wait, I'll find
deserves
a,
that?
I'll find a mirror. Possibly things like take sensible risks or
That's
love
No one's
those
place.
whom you... Actually, this one's probably more appropriate. Love those whom you rear. Yes, definitely. Definitely a joke in that one.
I don't see the joke. What's fun?
All right. You are standing around a little bit bored because there is not a lot to do today, and as a result, you are kind of just watching people pass by, and finally something interesting happens when a large group of people, all dressed in military garb, come towards you. They're walking very, very quickly, and they seem to be walking with a great deal of purpose and tension in them. As they walk up to you, he thrusts a finger in your face collectively and says, "You, I relieve you of your current command. Head to the home of Alexander of House Lysander and Lyrander and drag his sorry ass back here. Use these if you had to." And he tosses you a pair of handcuffs with a dragon mark inscribed on them. Dragon marks are magical sigils that can create imbue a more normal item with magical effect. Be back here within 30 minutes. Little bastards, he thinks he can ignore a sending from my personal mage. Well, we'll see how far that gets him when he... And he trails off and heads towards an airship docked with a flurry of workers around it. You
How
notice
will we
that...
know how long 30 minutes? Never mind.
Is he in command of us? Is he our boss, or?
He's certainly higher up the chain than you are, yes. So there's a worker hands you a slip of paper with an address on it to a very high-end part of town.
And
What
he's
do you do?
angry. This is what they call angry, correct?
Very angry,
Do we-
very pressed
Do we
for
know?
time.
Do we know Alexander of House Lysander?
No.
Can we make a
You have
make a
not heard
roll?
of- Oh yeah, you
have
can
not,
make
okay.
a roll. Give me a society or a...
Does that exist in a character
a thing?
sheet?
Survival?
Insight, history.
History would be fine.
Investigation?
Yep,
Investigation.
Yeah, or history?
for your investigation.
I got 24, natural 20.
Oh wow,
Damn it, I got
I got 10.
you know a lot about House Lyrander. They are one of the premier airship flying houses. There's only a certain bloodline that can communicate with and fly these airships that take off from these docks, and there's only one group of elves that can command these airships. As a result, these people are very highly sought after, and obviously, this is you are being sent to fetch the captain of this ship.
Listen,
Right.
listen, boys and girls. I happen to know a little bit about this this Alexander, and I think it's a captain. In fact, I think I've seen this captain before. In fact, I think I've drunk a couple of drinks with this captain, and they're pretty high up on the food chain.
So we're going
Does
to.
anyone want any fermented fruit roll-up?
I-
I made it myself, and it's high in acidophilus.
I jump on that. I'd love that. Thank you.
Yeah, I'll pass some out. It's berry flavored. Careful, don't eat too much. It's high in fiber.
And poison. Mostly fiber.
High in mercury too.
So
But
I-
you don't mind that, do you?
I've eaten all of it. Is that a problem? So I've taken
Not
it all.
yet.
I sort of just discreetly look like I've eaten it and just
Oh, it's
drop
really.
behind
It smells amazing, by the way. It actually smells very fruity and
Yeah.
delicious.
Oh, okay.
Um,
Yeah, I'm tempted again.
I'm
Maybe
actually
I-
quite a good cook. Now listen, I think they're a part of the whole airship guild, so they're the ones who make airships. We should really get to know them, if you know what I mean, and maybe we should what do you think?
We could go and discuss with this fellow who we're supposed to apprehend what's going on and see if there's advantageous angles for us in protecting him rather than delivering him.
My left wrist writes up, know your opportunity.
Nice.
I nod.
Wow.
Are you literally going to just point to
thinking,
stuff and
egg.
make us read? Is that like?
No, it's all.
He's
It's
got
all
subtitles.
It's all written in an ancient Greek script, so yes, I'll provide you with subtitles.
Oh, fantastic! Oh, I'm just
I
like,
won't be saying things like "read my fist." I might, but you'd have upset me.
in all of
This
your
may be
heads,
just the opportunity to get us out of this hole.
Yes, a captain has power to deliver people far away from here, and that would be welcome to me.
in all of your heads, you just hear, "Well, let's get along, shall we?"
Right, you are then, lads. And I throw my heavy crossbow on my shoulder and start marching off.
I bring my intellect.
You bring your
Very
intellect.
well.
I turn my
Come
right
on,
arm
Nocky.
into a blade, and off we go.
Where are you going?
Weren't we given a piece of paper with an address?
Correct. You don't have any sort of bearing other than that, unless anybody has.
Can I make a streetwise
live
check?
in the town. I've lived here my whole life.
Okay.
Should I know where it is?
Yes. Give me a check. Maybe an investigation check, or
Yeah.
Can we make rolls or not so much?
yep.
I
So
will
you can see
roll
our rolls if we-
investigation.
Can everyone see the rolls if we roll them, or just
Yeah.
Or-
Oh,
I got a
can see
16.
your rolls. I got a 23.
I got a
Hey.
I got a 20.
Nim, you do know that this is in a very swanky part of town where the spires kind of reach up towards the heavens. It's going to take you probably about 20 minutes to get there.
Excellent.
How are we meant to be back in half? How are we meant to be back in half an hour if this place is 20 minutes away? He says, assuming someone reported that fact.
Well, Quinn, that's the good part. We don't have to. We're getting out of here.
Oh yes, I understand now. Of course.
Well, shall we go? Once
Let
again,
us hasten before our return is missed.
We could run.
There is.
Yep.
no.
With a 23, do I know a shortcut?
Yeah.
Ooh.
Yes.
Yeah, there's a door just to the left that gets us straight there.
Speak to Annie out the back. She'll let you through
I've
the
got
kitchen.
a lot of local knowledge.
A lot of local knowledge. You don't know a shortcut, but just around the corner, there's a large, long bridge, and just on the other side of that bridge, you know that there is a mage that can sell spells that can make you run faster.
Ooh, we can be hastened.
All right. I'll mention that to everyone.
In your head, it's just like, I don't run.
I imagine this mage is a friend of Proteox.
Or someone.
They sort of
Probably.
deal in the same trade, making potions for people.
Good idea. In
I
case
could
we
s-
must return this fellow, we can at least get there quickly.
So what are you thinking? Are you thinking maybe kill him and then take his potions? Or I could swap
we
them
could
for
just-
something?
Buy them?
Yes! Yes! Yes, that's exactly what I meant. Yes! To buy
got-
them!
Aren't you an interesting one in your little head, John?
Oh, nice.
Yep. I don't know how much money we have, but you know.
I've got a bit. Just putting it out there, like my character has like a little bit of money because of I took Aristocrat. So I've got like money to buy. Like I don't need to work this job, but I'm here for reasons, but it's not money reasons, so I'm happy to pay a little
But
bit.
Nathan, also, your character just said you don't run.
I don't run. I float
This
graciously.
this spell makes people run.
makes
I think it hastens them, and therefore they can float graciously more
That's
quickly.
right, Yes.
Yeah,
It's
you
more
can
like
go faster
know,
without effort.
speed walking.
Does it?
Speed walking, John. Like that. But just like we get out of last in gear.
I've got to say, running is so much more graceful than speed walking. If you've ever seen speed walking, there's nothing graceful about speed walking.
I think you just lack the appreciation that's necessary to really understand and kind of like capture the essence of what speed walking is.
You
Great
can
demo, Ben.
gracefully speed walk, and
Yep.
I'm
And
gonna
we'll
run.
jog.
I'll
right.
float.
All right. So
Gently
how much is he selling these things for?
You walk up to him and exchange pleasantries
What's
first.
what's his name?
Oh yeah. What's his name?
Zim, loves. How you doing? Lovely to see you.
You too.
I know.
How's business?
I know you. You're that Luz character.
I am.
I've shook your hand in the past. Let me shake it again. Good sir.
Oh, well met.
How can I help you all today? You look like you're in a bit of hurry.
Oh, we are in a bit of a hurry. That's exactly how you might be able to help us. You don't happen to still sell those potions, the haste potions, do you?
I don't. I've got something a little bit of similar. I've got a spell, Expeditious Retreat. Is that going to help you?
That sounds like a laxative.
Well, it can do that for you as well.
I'm never going to hear that spell the same again now. That you broke that
so
spell
good.
for me.
All up, I can do yous all for 20 gold each.
For the general,
20 gold each.
Correct. That's the. I was normally 25 gold for a spell of that level, but I'll give you a discount because it's bulk.
25 each,
On my
so $125. Wow.
120 gold. No, 100 gold.
No, 100 gold.
100 gold.
About $1,000, in fact, yeah, ish, or 10 times more than that, even.
That sounds like a very good deal, except I don't have anything like that kind of gold.
Didn't have anywhere near that kind of money.
I do have a very tasty fermented soy product that I think you would really like. And that's probably the best I could do for you right now. Or I could maybe make you up a very lovely infused potion of my own if you'd like to do a bit of a trade.
Oh, yeah, I could do a trade. I think that sounds excellent. What have you got for me then?
Well, it's something a little experimental. We don't know exactly what it does, but it definitely has a few things it could do.
This
Are we
is.
back to the murdering in plan, are we?
Can we just say this is
No,
what we
no,
have now?
no. That's exactly what it does. It has a few things it could do.
Can I just say this is a
How it
flashback
works,
moment?
Or doesn't.
You know in Family Guy how they flashback like previous things that have happened when you've used this spell? It's just like, someone pops, someone goes bright blue, someone like...
Yep.
I love it. I love it.
If you can give me
He would know.
something novel, I would be interested.
It's novel. Oh, it's novel. I'm still fine-tuning the effects, but let me tell you, it's always positive.
Okay.
So I'm not going to pop or go blue or anything like that, am I? Is that right?
Oh,
Not in a negative
it's
way.
not a horror story. It's definitely going to be a good experience.
Right on
You're
then.
the worst
Right
drug
on.
dealer ever. I love it.
Lay it on me.
Okay, I reach in to and pull out what looks to be some kind of very porous, soggy mushroom that that has absorbed a lot of moisture. And I know where's your nearest flask?
Is here got you one. There you
And
go.
then I squeeze it into it, and like a glowing blue liquid pours into the flask that seems to have spores floating out of it.
It's like bubble tea then, is it?
Yeah. Yes, bubble tea. It's effervescent with live cultures, and it's also very good for the stomach if you've got any tummy ache because it's high in lactobacillia.
Quick question. As a spirit, I'm just gonna. I hate doing play versus play, but just insight. I'm just trying to get a feel for my fellow companion here on like where his head is at. If I rolled a natural 20 on insight, what would I get? Like a bit of a like is. I'm kind of having a bit of a. I feel like I'm connecting with you more, John.
Yeah, look, it's a legit thing.
Okay,
It's
there you go.
positive. It's a good potion. It
know what?
does
Yeah.
do exactly what I'm not lying.
I will
I have
never
a
doubt
question,
you.
John.
I'm
That.
never going
It's
to
a-
doubt you
it-
again. You've grown a friend, a spiritual friend who will follow you around
Good
because
thing.
he has found interest in you now.
Yeah,
John, I have a question.
yeah.
What does it smell like?
Yeah.
That's important.
That's vital.
Well, if it's mushroomy, it's got to be earthy.
No, but you see, it's alive, so it's got a fruiting body
It's
to it.
alive?
So it's a fruiting mushroom. So it's got let's say it's got a lemony smell with a yeasty aftertones to it.
Does it have any like just a subtle overtone of like something sweet as well? Like, you know.
Yeah, it does. It's definitely it's effervescent. So it's like a solo. It's like a solo that you've left for too long.
Oh, yeah. No, that describes it perfectly.
Does our international audience understand what a solo is?
Oh,
I don't.
what would be the American
lift.
equivalent?
Probably
Lemon
lemon lift.
Lemon
we-
tang?
Can I just say we've got to stick to stereotypes. Well, Mountain Dew. It's
Mountain
like
Dew. It's a
if you
yes.
3-day-old Mountain
I don't know
Dew,
if it's
the
Mountain-
smell.
Mountain
you know how
Dew's
it just,
orange though.
warm.
Yeah, it's not lemon.
3-day-old Mountain Dew.
ooh,
Yeah, yeasty and
yeah. When,
All right.
when
Anyway.
Mountain Dew turns alcoholic, that's what we're really going for. Like that kind of like, you know.
Struggling to find where the bit is that says what it is, but it's definitely has one of 6 different abilities that can happen to him when he
So
drinks
he's
it.
going to swig, right?
He's holding it and he waves his hand around it whilst murmuring a few incantations under his breath, and you sort of see little motes of light kind of lift out from his hand and go into the potion, and he seems very, very satisfied and kind of he's holding the potion in one hand, and then all of a sudden he's not holding anything, and you're not entirely sure where it went, and he claps his hands and says, "All right, who's first?" And he goes to touch one of you.
Well, Johnny needs to lead the way, I think.
Yeah,
Alright.
Johnny, you know
I
where
point-
it is.
I point at Johnny.
He puts his hand on Johnny
Yeah.
and casts Expeditious Retreat and proceeds to go through the party and touch.
Oh, my stomach. Oh,
Yeah, I was about to say, it's going to do one of two things, but we're moving fast. That's what we are.
Not that kind of expeditious retreat, John.
Well, no, not with that attitude, Murray.
all right.
Evil
Let's
Dice
do
Monkey
it.
had not heard of Solo before, but gets our description.
Now
which is-
understands. Well, but which
Yeah.
one was it? Mountain Dew or was it Lift? That
Now I want to find out what the American
Inspired.
version of Solo is.
The there was an American movie called Adventures in Babysitting, and it had a line in it that I never understood because until much later in life, it was, "I'm going to kill my mother-in-law. I'm going to spike her tab with Drano," and I didn't know
Pub
what a
squash.
tab was, and I didn't know what Drano was, so it had me baffled for many years. All right, good. So.
All right.
At twice the speed of normal,
Yeah.
you zip off, and you obviously Johnny knows the way, and Johnny knows where to go. And within about 10 minutes, you power walk your way up, and you find yourself outside the address of a tower in one of the wealthier districts of Sharn. The door is, it looks like an incredible piece of machinery. It's huge, and it
I'm impressed.
has what would normally be a glowing ward in the middle of it that sort of would prevent anybody from coming in. But right now the door sits ajar, and a large hippogriff feather boa is preventing it from closing. A large ornate letterbox in the shape of a smiling hippo with the name A. Lyrander notes that this is the right place.
Is this going to be like he's just rich, famous, and just like a rock star because he's the only person who can get this and he's paid too much? I'm just getting that vibe.
Pretty much. All of these people have a very niche role, and they are paid very well for it.
well, if we've got to the door, I think I'll step in front of Luz because my right hand lights up with repay favors.
Of course.
And as I go through the doorway, I speak that appear weak when you are strong, and strong when you are weak. And I move in.
You actually say that.
Yes.
So you can speak. Okay, this is good. This
Oh
is
yeah,
good.
no. I say all of them.
Oh, you say all?
Yeah.
Okay.
No, they light up as I speak them. But the
Oh,
ones
I thought we were reading them. Like you were just
strategic-
like
no,
showing
no,
us, and
no,
we were reading
no.
them, and you were just being generous enough to be able to like read it out for us.
No. I
understand
say them. I say them out loud. Yes,
So you're pushing open the door.
I am.
Entering inside shows an opulent home filled with expensive furniture that has been absolutely wrecked by a massive party. At the top of the tower, so this whole area, there are two sort of staircases that curl up around to a room at the top where there appears to be nobody on the ground floor, where there is what appears to be, sort of a bar and a kitchen area and various other sort of lounges and chaise lounges and things like that.
Where looks to be the most expensive doorway at the top of the stairs?
Yes, there's a definite expensive doorway that is covered in lipstick kisses.
My left pinky lights up and I say, make accusations face to face. And I bound up, expecting them to follow me.
I was
Alright.
expecting that. I was definitely expecting
You say that the place has been trashed by a wild party.
But it's not Wumple Wild
uh,
Party.
Is there stuff broken or is it just
Yeah.
a mess?
And there are lots of bottles and food plates. Like, it was obviously a party with lots of people, or might it have just been bandits?
No, there's several pieces of valuable, artwork and vases and things like that are just left.
So they
Some
weren't good
broken.
bandits.
And is it a sign of an actual party with lots of people, like leftover food and drumsticks and
Correct.
and red cups?
Yes.
I got that from the feather boa on the front door.
There's
Yeah.
an elf. You find an elf behind the couch.
I got it from it because he was an elf. That's where I got my judgment
the-
from.
The one on the cupboard shelf as well.
Yeah, elf on the shelf.
A matching one.
That's right.
All right. Well, I just sort of almost absent-mindedly pick up a broken vase and mend it.
Oh, nice. Just can't bloody help yourself, can you?
It's made of blown glass, and you admire the way that it sort of locks back together and kind of you feel it heat up as the glass kind of.
I sort of do it as I walk. It takes about a minute to kind of reassemble the whole thing.
Goodness me.
But
Very nice.
yeah.
Murray, you get to the door at the top.
I'm close behind.
Okay.
I take Johnny's glass and vase and I pour some wine into it and then drink from the vase.
It doesn't taste very good because it's warm.
Does that matter to
I
you,
don't
John?
think I'm that picky.
Yeah.
I turned to
I'll add some soy sauce to it. That should make it taste better.
I turned to Ben and
Wow.
I turn to Ben and say, victorious warriors win first and then go to war, while defeated warriors go to war first and then seek to win. And I push open the bedroom door.
Wow.
These
I've
characters are
stopped in my
amazing.
tracks, trying to think. Yes, trying to.
Trying to work out what he means.
And that's how Murray's character died alone. We're all like, what did he mean?
Yeah, I walk into the I walk in and you're all like, what?
Yep.
I don't know if the astonishment can be read on Egg's face, but this
No, you can read
is
everything on Egg's face.
It's true.
It's just there.
This is a massive bedroom that's ringed on all sides by huge windows showing off the massive city of Sharn.
Wow.
And in the middle of this, a massive bed that holds an elf in bed with a female warforged and a male long-toothed shifter.
Sorry, is the elf male or female?
The elf is male.
And we're
What's a
assuming that
shifter?
we're going to leap to conclusions and think that this might be the captain. That might be the captain.
Well,
I
it
think
was a male. It was a male name, was it correct?
Yes.
I will call out since
Hang
accusations.
on, what's a shifter? So I can have my mind palace fully realized. What's a long tooth shifter?
Shifters are another race of Eberron, and they can sort of instantly grow various. They're related to lycanthropes, and they can instantly grow things like claws or fur or other things that give them abilities for a short period of time.
Nice.
Nice.
I will call out Lyander. Is that his name?
Correct.
Lyander. I will call
Alexander.
out Alexander Lyander. You are required.
The shifter sits up in the bed and, with astonishing quickness, leaps out the window.
As in smashing it.
No, there's an open window there and just goes straight through. It just almost seems...
Do we have
You
time to
start
react?
to wonder if they were there in the first place.
No time to react?
Not really. It's
Okey-dokey.
a very fast maneuver.
You should go out after it, though.
I call out
I'll
again
chase the shifter.
with a questioning tone. Alexander Lyander? And what do the other two do?
Alexander sits up, the male elf, and he looks at you and says, What do you want?
Exercise nobility of character.
Can I?
I'm going to go over to him with
Across my forehead.
with a healing balm, and give him a hangover cure.
Can I?
Nice.
Oh,
I can help you with that if you would like. John.
Yeah.
I have
I'm just going. I'll just whisper to myself. I'm just going to go make him a quick hangover cure.
And it's really weird that
Works
when
on
you in your
dwarves.
head, when you whisper it to yourself, yourself whispers back and goes, "Hang on, let me get him this one." And
Yes, I know. That's what I'm getting.
that's exactly.
Why
After
does
me,
my character always have people whispering in their heads?
you open it up? I've got
Sorry, John. I think
what I want.
I might have opened that.
you started that one, Murray.
I've got protection from poisons prepared. So that would protection from poison is a reasonable spell that would actually protect him from all poisons. Now, I don't know.
Yeah.
He is currently poisoned. I don't know if what you would call getting drunk, Derek. But is he poisoned, or is he like what would you say?
We wouldn't
I
even
would
know.
definitely, your liver starts to process alcohol in the same way as it would any other poison. So I would say that he is poisoned. Yes.
So then, yeah.
Formaldehyde.
Yeah, so you touch a creature. If it is poison, you neutralize the poison. If one or more
Cool.
people are affected, you neutralize. Yeah, so I neutralize. So people are not poisoned anymore. All poison gone, including John's character. I don't know if he's ever been I don't know if
I'm
you've
the
ever had
healthiest
not had like
individual you've ever met.
you are
I have
El
my-
Naturel, not non.
I have so much active bacteria in me. I'm feeling very, very good right now. I
Yeah,
can
but that's
tell you.
good. That's all in your stomach, man. That's not liver. That's not poison. That's
Hey,
acid
bacteria
bubbles.
lives
Heavy.
everywhere, man.
Well, whatever it was
Okay?
counteracting.
We're more
is gone.
bacteria than we are person. All right.
You walk up to and touch the captain or Lyrander or whoever he claims to be.
I bring a drink over. I'm going here. This will make you feel better. It's a healing balm.
He grabs it out of you and kind of quaffs it down. You imagine that he sort of does that to anything that anybody hands him. And he says, "Not feeling it." Oh, wait, there it is. Yes. Okay, good.
It's also got a chili kick.
No forewarning on that.
Can I just say, for every spell you make, I just need to like the undertones, the overtones, and what the aftertaste is.
That's right. Absolutely.
That's Zilago chilies from the top of the mountains. They're quite potent, but they definitely make you feel better after an hour's wear off of the heat.
All right. Thank you. Now get out of my house. Go. And he starts to shove people out of his room.
Are you Captain Lyander, perhaps, if I recall?
Alexander Lyander. He's already identified himself.
No. No, I'm not. Go away. Buzz off.
I'm gonna be in his head now. I'm gonna telepathically speak to him and say, "Why are you lying to these people?"
He says,
Oh.
get bent.
He's not
hell are you?
hungover anymore. He's not hungover or drunk anymore.
He's just kind of waking up at this point.
Important
And his
people.
mouth is on fire.
Yes. Yeah, it's a slow burn. It builds up over time. So for the next half hour, it's just going to slowly get worse.
Look, I got the sending message, and I'm not on duty today. I don't have anything. I'm free from you people for another 24 hours. So go get lost.
We have been tasked with returning you to your duties.
I don't care. I have a contract. It says I get to day off.
Can I, as he holds out the contract, can I slap the manacles on him?
Yeah, go. Give me an attack roll.
Bow, 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 bow.
I'm going to give you advantage because he's
Getting the wizard to
barely paying attention to you.
Excellent.
The wizard came up with the plan.
Yeah.
Okay. How do I attack roll? Is it like dexterity and plus my proficiency?
Welcome
Yes.
to being a player, Ben. It's a little bit different. If you haven't done it
What are the
before,
rules
let's
again?
walk through the first and basic steps of D&D.
Is this a
So you know when you're playing Star Wars,
Yes,
how there's an
dexterity
attack roll and
attack.
you use dice.
Yeah.
What's our proficiency bonus at this level?
2.
It should be on your character sheet.
Good.
Yes.
Yeah.
But
It's right next to your other stats.
19. Does that beat his contract armor class?
Damn, he gets a 15. So he tries to dodge, and you slap on the handcuffs, and he looks down at the dragon mark, and just a string of invectives come out of his mouth.
Nice.
And he stands still. He's still swearing though.
Still swearing. Perhaps now we have the advantage, Warforged. This is where we press for our deal.
In his head, I'm going to go along and say, this is not the language your father or mother would appreciate.
Is people talking inside people's heads sort of normal that people would expect and just find it offensive and violating, or is it like really magical and horrifying?
I'm the only creature who does it, and I'm a rare creature.
Right. Yes, it probably would be a bit unsettling.
Cool.
He
like
he-
normal life.
yes, he starts to kind of
Life
calm
when you speak
down,
in your head.
and he says, "All right, fine, let's get this over with."
Recognize fortune.
Who the hell
Wow,
is
it's
this?
just like, yeah. Excuse the egg. The egg of wisdom.
So
He's like
So,
a certain paladin,
Alex,
but speaks more mechanical.
can I call you Alex?
Sure.
Listen, I think we're having second thoughts really, in that we'd really love to get out of here ourselves and don't really want to be stuck here. Why don't we strike some kind of deal?
Right? You
Well-
don't want to be stuck here in my room?
No, in the city. And
can
we
make that happen.
dearly good. We dearly love to be able to go out on your lovely airship. Why don't we all sail somewhere away from responsibilities?
All right. I can get you on the ship, I guess. I don't know where
Really?
we're going.
Where do you want to go?
Well, I
Has
do-
anyone ever asked you that?
Oh, this is the moment where it just zooms in. It's like, I had a dream.
honestly want to
What
go
do
back
you want to
to
do with your life?
I honestly want to go back to bed, but yeah.
Well, I think we both know that airship has sailed.
Nice.
I see what you did there, John. You
Just-
airship? Yeah.
just like my shifter buddy has sailed out. That ship has sailed too. Nice job, everyone. At this point,
Yes.
you see the Warforged roll over in the bed and just kind of. They don't really snore, do they?
Yeah, I was
They
about to
don't
say,
breathe.
I can't wait for this descriptor. What does a Warforged do?
Is there a little bell in it that goes that rings?
crunches over and sort of destroys a bit of the bed as it rolls over.
The time
Oh, that
is
sounds good to me.
12:45 a.m.
Fair. I'll get you on the ship.
Not for a bet, for free.
Once we're underway, I'll drop you off where you want to go.
Hang on, this is one of those trick ones.
I like this.
He's going to drop us off from an airship. Question.
Fortunately, we
From a
hadn't-
great
hadn't
height.
hadn't thought any further than the initially getting away from here, but we'll have to work that out soon.
Opportunities multiply as they are seized. The Warforged would know this because this is part of the Warforged training manual.
Nice.
The Warforged, lying on the bed, sort of turns over and looks at you and sits up.
That's exactly what
And then
Warforged think. when
and
they
then I
wake up.
say something that no other Warforged probably actually has ever come across, like the same kind of mantra: embrace your fate.
Oh, that's deep.
And my right palm lights up.
The Warforge stands up and leaves the room.
He's gonna have a good day. He's gonna achieve something today.
They prefer the she pronouns.
Oh,
And
She's gonna
in
smash
return,
it.
Captain, since you have been so courteous to us, once we are somewhere safe, I'll give you the antidote to that poison I just gave you. So we'll
String of
all have a
invectives.
good time. So that'll be a good day for us all.
Nice.
He holds his stomach and gulps.
Don't worry, it's a very slow poison.
can I just say, how much does he notice the burning in his mouth growing now? Like, has it just become more focused on that? I'm just out of curiosity.
Can I do an insight to see whether
Yes, whether he's
Proteok
lying.
is lying?
He's never lied.
No.
Never.
Well, you know that. Like, you know that.
Yeah.
But,
Yeah, roll me an insight.
I got
Or
15.
21.
Welcome to the No John's Character Club.
John, are you lying?
no, I'm not. I'm completely lying. Yeah. Yeah. This one's a complete falsehood. Yeah, I'm not a poisoner.
And we don't find that.
Well, no, I am, but only accidentally.
Yeah.
Accidental poison.
It's not an intentional thing. People
Not
just
a
this
poison
guy-
to those people I poisoned.
This guy's a bit dodgy,
I
and he
turned-
doesn't seem like he holds true to promises very well. So, yeah. So
I turned
looks
to
like a reasonable
Proteok.
thing to do.
I turn to Proteok and under my breath so that Alexander doesn't hear, all warfare is based on deception.
What lights up for that? I really want to know what part of your body lights up for deceptive warfare.
No,
His nose, and it grows out.
No.
Nice.
So the wisdom precepts, they light up. The ones that don't light up are actually the military precepts that come from my previous training.
Of course.
I deliver them as if
apologize.
they are. I deliver them as if they are wisdom precepts. But if you look for something that lights up, nothing lights up when I say one of those.
Well, not on the
So
outside.
if I
Can
tell
you-
you something lights up, that's one of the wisdom precepts, and there's far more of those than there are the military precepts.
Can you create different words if you go like this?
Yes, probably. And when I'm at a higher level than third, I could probably make them do really cool and impressive stuff with like
Okay.
runes.
I'm just waiting for interpretive
I'm
dance.
super curious when someone writes on you in the middle of the night with graffiti, and whether or not that changes your entire personality.
I just want to know what the secret words are. The
Yeah,
ones
yeah.
like on the inside of your lip when you lift it up, it's just got like a special inscription.
Yes.
I
Well-
love Mum.
Welcome to Jamaica. Have a nice day. What are we doing here?
Made in China.
Well,
Good
we're
question.
about-
You know what?
we're
Ben?
escaping Sharn, aren't we?
I have
Isn't that the plan?
I have no idea what we're doing, but we've done it and we're on the way out.
Okay. So
Well,
he's
let's
in
go.
handcuffs, magical handcuffs.
Yes.
And he's agreed to smuggle us onto his vessel or something.
Yes, and then
Well,
we said
he's-
we poisoned him.
Yes.
Now we've poisoned him to hold that over him. Shall I release you from your cuffs? Are you to be trusted?
Oh yes, you can trust me, sure.
Inside.
I love that. Of course you can trust me.
No, that's a 10. Oh, whoops. 12. It's not quite as good as 20.
No, he doesn't get as good as 12. So yeah, you don't think it'd be a great idea to let him out of the cuffs.
Okay. Oh, sorry, I think he was lying. Okay, cool. I will not release you as your words seem duplicitous.
I am a member of House Lysander. We do not lie.
Can I just say, I love it
Your-
that you have this
your
deep
house
and
is
dark
called-
voice.
You literally have the word
Miranda.
lie in the
You're not
name
even
of your
saying
house.
your own house properly.
Hint,
Oh, that's right.
hint,
Yeah,
hint
yeah.
was in the title. All
All right,
right,
let's get this over with. All right.
we'll go out on the
Take
busy
us
street.
to your airship.
Yes.
No, we go up to the airship.
So you
Yes.
power walk back.
Now we're still hasted, so one of us should hoist him. Yes.
Yeah, so
Can
we
I
should
just-
really get to the bathroom as quick as we can.
Yeah, can I just say
Oh.
that I don't think power walking. I think we walk with
No,
power
we're
walking is
not.
cool. Like
You're the only one power walking.
yeah, as a
Yeah,
ghost.
The rest of us just walk.
And you can see I kind of like shift in and out. My bum just starts moving. Yeah, that's great. It's magical.
Power walking is by no means elegant in any way ever.
Feels like I'm wearing nothing at all.
Yeah.
Do
yeah.
another
Nothing
demo?
at all. Yes.
Sorry, what was that?
Do I need to do another demo of power walking?
Ben, can I just say you've just nailed it? Like, I think it's a combination of
So
magic
awkward.
and just yes, but Sirenscape. Let's put some magic in the air.
I lift him onto
Nice.
my steel defender,
Oh, yeah.
Ixoid, and he can
Is this
ride
your dog?
Ixoid back.
Oh, that's right.
Here's a saddle.
Yeah, all right. He sits on the dog, cross-legged.
No, it's not a dog. It's like a mechanical spider.
spider?
It's dog
Many-legged
size.
robot.
Wow, did you just assume it was a dog? It's a
No, he said
mechanical
dog
spider.
size before.
Dog-sized spider.
Dogs.
Are
Yeah.
you talking like Alsatian or Chihuahua dog? Because dogs are quite varied in size.
Yeah,
I said a large dog.
A large
I
dog.
think they. I don't know how large they can be, the homunculi.
It's not a homunculus.
Oh, is this
you're
a different
talking
thing?
about
Is this a familiar?
are you looking?
No, this is a what's the technical term? A steel defender.
Ooh, cool. Oh yeah, because you're a thingy.
Are you
A
getting?
battle mage.
I'm a
Does he have a,
battlesmith.
does he
All
have
the
a bigger,
technical chat.
bigger familiar, and you're just like, I wanted a big familiar.
Anyway,
No, I wanted a little tiny
Yeah.
a little tiny dude that could like crawl into my clothes and stuff.
Yeah,
That's
I just love that he
completely
has like,
useless.
if he could just say like, "What's up?" and just sit in your corner.
He can talk. My little
Yeah,
guy
yeah.
can talk.
Mine can't. Mine's
He's
just a
he's
robot.
just really mopey and like sad.
Yeah, it's like this is my dog. He can talk. He's just lazy. It's a doggy dog, which is very
you
easy.
start power walking, heading back towards the docks, and you're traversing one of the very large bridges that sort of span the different spires in the city of Sharn, and you notice that on a fairly large bridge, which has a very small side to it, it's very not an OH&S sort of safety bridge. There is a 2-foot small lip on the side of it, and it's occupied by a large group of people that are stopping and helping people along their way as they go past, and taking payment in receipt of their directions.
Uh-huh.
I think
We're
you're
going to have to go past
mislabeling
these
them.
people.
Well, you're going to have to. It's not a very wide bridge, so you're going to have to go past them. Yes.
Warforged, make a pathway for us with your mass and momentum.
At your end, be without sorrow.
I'm looking
And
forward
I
to
step
this.
forward.
We line ourselves up like a veritable pincer with a spear point made of metal.
Like a veritable pincer. I like this.
Like
This
a
is
veritable
amazing.
Pincer.
Well, it's a single pincer, so it's like
Sorry,
a,
not a pincer. No, a
a
pincer.
single incer, whatever a
what's-
single
what's the
incer is
pointy-
called.
What's the point of
A
thing
spear? A spear?
A pointer?
called? Like a spear, yes.
Flying bees,
With a metal tip. Yes,
but not a metal tip because it's not. Well, it is a metal tip actually. You are correct.
that's
yes.
right.
Yeah.
Oh my
So
god.
there's 5 of them in all,
Right.
and the one at the back sort of says, "It's 1 GP for directions, loves."
We just walk through like we haven't even noticed them.
All right.
I hold both arms out and go, I know where I'm going.
And just keep moving, keep moving, keep moving.
Yeah.
Keep moving.
So they draw their swords and roll initiative.
Oh, wow.
Right you are.
That's a bit rude.
Very rude.
Do they not see that we're dressed in Ooh. He rolled initiative and got. Oh, everybody's rolling it. I can see it in the D&D
Isn't that
Beyond.
cool? 21.
21. You beat my 20.
14.
Nice.
10. Because I rolled.
You sunk my battleship.
Oh, I also get 21. Nice.
Ah, well, that makes sense. I'm right behind you and you're front.
So Quinn gets 21. And
Here we go,
Egg
guys.
gets 21.
I got 7.
Luz gets what?
14.
14. And Genrick gets
Yes.
10.
Average. Because me.
Are
And
you using the encounter manager in D&D Beyond?
oh, should I do that?
No,
Amazing, but not now. Not now. That's right. We'll just Are they?
Is
in
that the
a
one that
small
tells you
bunch?
who goes first?
Yeah, and all the stats.
Oh, here
And
we
then
go.
you just do it clockwise?
Yes, I am using the encounter manager. I'd totally forgotten about
Is that
it.
what you mean, Ben?
Hey Ben, how's it feel on the other side?
Right.
Just gorgeous.
What's off the side of this bridge?
A very long drop.
Okay.
Why do you ask?
Cool. So off you go. Egg.
Right. Well, given the extreme violence with which they began this encounter,
Such anger.
yes, I'm going to walk into the middle of them, use a key point, and cast Thunderwave.
Thunderwave.
Not,
Music,
not
Derek.
aiming to push them off the side of the bridge, just not knock them down.
Not aiming to push them off, but not aiming to push them off.
Well,
I
are
mean,
you
if
trying
they-
to do some
if they roll
prone
a
stuff,
one-
Derek? Oh, sorry, Murray. trying to do some monk stuff. Have you?
Yeah, yes,
All right.
yes, I am.
Right,
Using
right.
my key points as my war.
Now you get to feel the other end of the stick there, Derek. Ben's
Yeah.
had it for a while with John.
Yeah.
Oh, so my
right.
characters can't do anything.
So from out of me, each creature in a 15-foot cube. So I'm going to basically walk forward beyond my friends, and then they need to make a Constitution saving throw.
As you
And
execute this.
Yeah, absolutely right. And the DC is DC 14.
3 of them fail. 2 of them
Hello.
succeed.
Okay, the 3 that fail are pushed 10 feet away from me off the bridge.
Okay.
And the 2
Wilhelm scream, Wilhelm scream.
on the 2 that fail, the 2 that fail.
Can I just say, I love this. You go forward as an egg, you thunderblast, and you push them all off the edge of the very tall building.
No,
How's that morale
I'm pushing
going,
them
Derek?
off the bridge. I'm not pushing them off the side of the bridge, just off the bridge to one end. So the ones who they take 9 points of damage, and the ones who passed take half, so 5.
How wide is? Sorry, how long is the bridge?
Oh, it's probably another 20 feet to get to the other side.
And how wide is the bridge?
It's about 10 feet wide.
So he stood in the middle of them and pushed them back how far?
10 feet.
They've got to go flying off the bridge, Maz.
Some of them.
No. I push them back from me. So if we're walking along a 10-feet bridge, I'm pushing them away from me, which is the direction I'm walking.
Okay.
10
Okay,
feet
cool.
directly away from me, not 10 feet in a blast radius, 10 feet away. So
Okay,
Oh,
I like
really?
that, I like that. Okay.
I think you're like a little bomb. I love this. Your status in my eyes has gone up in this last 6 seconds.
yeah,
Hey,
I wasn't.
Sholtic 2, hope you're enjoying what you're seeing here. Please subscribe if you have not.
Is it Carrie? Is it Carrie?
It is Carrie, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
Carrie.
nice.
Hey, Carrie.
So,
Right. So they take 9 damage for the 3 that are pushed back, and 5 for the ones that aren't. And as a bonus action, I'm going to punch one of the other ones.
Just
Wait,
as a
oh,
side
wait.
note.
Wait, do I have to? Oh no, I think I have to take the attack action, and I don't know that. Oh, I suppose technically my Thunder Wave was an attack action, because it's an elemental discipline. So attack action. Yeah. All right. No, I won't do that. I think no, I've cast a spell. It's not the same. Okay, easy. That's me.
sorry, 9 damage to those who
Failed.
save?
5
failed?
to those. 5 to those who passed, and 9 to those who failed.
Cool.
That's a very intimidating thing, an egg walking forward and just like blasting it and then pretend punching the air in front of them. So like, he set an
You'll
example.
go.
So we just keep barreling forwards.
Yes.
So we're almost off the bridge, and they're kind of just blocking the end of it, right?
Right, correct.
I'm going to cast Gust of Wind. So I bring up my hand, my cloak, and my staff is horizontal, and like a wave of visible air radiates out from my staff, and I have to make a strength save 13.
Interesting.
Does your visible air look like smoke? Is that what you
No,
call
it looks
visible
like
air?
compressed air. You know how when light goes through like a heat haze, it gets bent? So because there's a compression wave, you kind of see reality distort through it.
Oh, that's what I love.
Four
It.
of
Visible.
four
air.
of
Yes,
them
actually.
fail.
Woohoo! And so actually, yeah, I suppose that would create condensation, like a contrail from an aeroplane as well.
Yeah.
Okay, good. So yes, would be answer your question.
But it'd be
so
more
they
like
get
vapor
pushed,
than
They
smoke.
get pushed completely off the bridge, and we can just barrel forward and keep walking, I presume.
Yes. Are any of them left standing? Are they kind of knocked off their feet?
Strength, be pushed 15 feet away in the direction following the line from you. Blah 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 blah. And it keeps blowing away from us
So you're just full of
for
hot
a
air.
minute.
Yeah.
For a minute.
So it's just like, I just walk forward holding my staff. We just keep walking forward. And if they want to get away from us, they can go sideways, obviously.
Yes.
Have we intimidated these level? I'm guessing quarter men who just
Yeah.
wanted 1 gold for crossing a bridge.
So we just blow them out of the way, keep going. Yeah, he
Yeah,
goes.
these aren't the
One of
droids
them-
they're looking for, apparently.
One of them goes flying off the edge, and yes, can't sort of get out of the way quick enough, and heads off the edge, and you hear him.
That was
you hear him
Larry,
go
right?
down.
He
That
had
was
3
Larry.
kids and a loving wife who he just got money for.
Can you roll me a perception check, Ben?
He sold his wife. A perception. I can. Bing. There you go. 11.
11. You notice that he has a pin on his lapel, which
The guy who
is
flew off.
the guy who flew off. Yes, in fact, now that you glance around, you see most of them have those sorts of pins that that you recognise as a feather token, which is a fairly common magic item around.
Ah. Okay.
And
So
it
it was kind of he was playing up the Wilhelm scream a little bit. He was just sort of, going for the drama.
he was going for the drama.
It was the Wilhelm scream of unexpectedness.
Yes. Never mind, he is safely falling to the ground.
Vanderhoff,
This is such a
welcome.
G-rated 5.
That's right.
No one was harmed in the making of this.
Welcome, Vanderhoff. I hope the raisin buns taste good. I'm jealous, and I hope you've got the coffee on. Miss Cora, also welcome. Good to have you with us. All right.
Do they just clear out? We just keep barreling forward.
You
towards
just
their
keep
destination?
barreling forward. You bypass the whole encounter with
XP, babe. XP. Do we get XP?
XP.
You do.
Yeah,
You do.
XP. Huzzah. Are we doing milestone leveling, Derek? Or
We'll do milestone leveling, but I would like to yes,
acknowledge how awesome we were. Thank you.
that was very cool.
Can I ask just one question?
I love that our squishy wizard is also a frontline trooper.
Yeah, just walks forward. I'm just asking a question. So the feather tokens, right? How far is it down? Is he like floating for is it just an inconvenience where they float for the next half hour down? Like it's just and then he knows when he hits the floor he has to walk up that bloody staircase again? Is that the anger, the Wilhelm, the scream is
that
just
was the Wilhelm
frustration?
that came out. It was just like ah,
So many
bugger.
stairs.
Yeah. Rest of my day is screwed.
So he falls 60 feet per round. Okay, so pretty 10 feet per second. It's reasonable
Yes,
speed,
and the thing about these feather tokens is it doesn't slow your fall. It just doesn't. You just don't take damage at the end of it.
Oh.
So you can do a
10 feet per
superhero
second
landing.
is incredibly slow, falling wise.
Yes, that would take
Yes.
a while.
Yes.
I'm still falling.
I was waiting for that.
Yep.
All right. Lyranda looks incredibly.
Intimidated by us.
He looks intimidated by you, but he also looks pretty pissed off. He's just generally still gotten out of bed on the wrong side and has a bad mood vibe about him. But as you hastily rush towards the docks, you realise that it's coming up on very close to 30 minutes, and you get to your station at the docks, and you see.
No, hang on, aren't we?
We're not going to
We're
the
not going to the
docks.
docks. We're going to his ship, and he's delivering us away from this.
That's
hellhole.
my ship.
Yeah, that's where the
it.
docks are.
Oh,
Yeah,
it's
yeah.
at the docks.
We just now got to race past the boss at the docks and get on the ship, which should
cool.
be, we're moving twice the speed, so we
Unless
should be
the
fine.
DM doesn't want us to. In which case, we were about to find out.
Yeah.
So you see the ship there. The general is there barking orders to all of these people, and they are they are offloading things onto the as many sort of things that anything that's not nailed down essentially is getting thrown off the side of the ship.
What does Alexander do with this?
Alexander's kind of looking around, and as the general is sort of barking orders, he comes over to see Lyrander and says, "About bloody time! Why is it that I have to send for you every time in person?" Lyrander says, "I have no contract to sail for you today, and you are ruining a perfectly acceptable hangover." And the general sort of cuts him off and says, "Get to your post! The very city of Sharn is in peril!" He looks over at the PCs. "You're coming too! You ascend the gangplank!"
I just want that guy to make like a love story.
Wonderful.
I love you. I really do.
He raped her bodice. Her heaving bosom.
I think that's already done on Outlander. Actually, exactly what you're doing right there.
Yes.
The always
So,
angry guy.
We shall allow the plot to carry us along in the direction we were headed anyway. Ironically enough, onto the ship of the captain.
Opportunities multiply as they are seized.
Yes,
I love that. We hooked ourselves. Well done, team.
That's right.
We thought we were avoiding the hook, and we got hooked.
I might slip the captain some mushroom milk just to ease the chili, because by now it's probably raging in him.
Fair enough. Yes, he scoffs that down.
Mushroom milk.
As you ascend the gangplank, you notice that there is a line of people waiting to offload stuff out, taking it down the gangplank. And you hear the general shout, "What are you waiting for?" And they sort of say, "Well, there's people coming up the gangplank. Throw it overboard." Ooh. And the guy goes,
"Waiting this vessel for combat."
Okay, and they just kind of tip it over the side, and it sails down past the docks, and
It didn't have a feather token, I take it.
didn't have a feather token. No.
It overtakes the guy falling. I'm still falling.
Yeah. It hits the guy as he's falling down. He's just like,
He actually catches a stack of the stuff, and he's like, "Ah!"
All right. So you are on board the vessel. As you walk up the gangplank, you see the name of the vessel is called the Lightning's Edge. It's a very large. The Lightning's Edge. It's a huge vessel. It probably takes you. It's probably about about 120 feet from bow to stern, and it has a number of sails on it, but the sails appear to be sort of for maneuverability rather than anything else. The thing that you notice most about it is a ring of lightning that sits around it, and there are sort of 4 arms that come out from the center mass of the ship that are kind of holding this lightning in a circle around the ship, and that appears to be what's making it float.
is this normal for the airships that we've seen in the area?
There are all sorts of different types of ones. Each one is attached to a different element. So some of them are stone, some of them have a rotating wheel of stone, some of them have a water one that kind of holds it aloft. This particular one has lightning.
Has rats.
This particular one was a disappointment.
Rats on a wheel.
Disappointment.
All
Mine's
right.
faster.
We're on the
Mine's
right
faster.
ship, guys.
It's capybaras on a wheel. It's even faster. Bigger.
So with that, we
Run
might
by
take a
guinea
break and see what happens when we jump onto when the ship takes off in the next session.
Awesome.
Please stick around.
Do come back. Awesome.
Now, this
Or
could,
stay there.
I'm
Or
going to
stay
gently
right there.
try and do this. So, keep talking. Keep talking. Make
We'll
it
be
happen.
back in like five.
Sorry,
five
sorry,
minutes.
Miss Cora. I think Ben's bladder was going to explode, so he has to break. Sorry.
All
I
right.
think I subtly put that
See
in
you
the
soon.
Discord chat. Excellent. Like literally just wee time, okay?
Grab a drink, have a wee, and we'll be back in 5 minutes.
Can I just say
Add
smooth,
some-
guys? Smooth. All right.
Add
See,
some